A stranger walked into my aunt's consignment store on one very long day. It was a long spring day. It was a long day because I just had given up on life. And she asked me if I wanted to go to boarding school. And I immediately told her no, because one, I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want my aunt to get mad at me. And two, because I'd given up on life. I just figured that, I was just going to end up a statistic, and I didn't know what would happen to me, but there was no hope for me. And for whatever reason, something put it in her heart to get me out of my situation. And this is what I like to emphasize in my book, which is, oftentimes many of us feel like there's so many terrible things going on in the world, going on in America. What can I do? There's only so little I can do. Well, the littlest thing that you can do can domino into something huge that can save somebody's life. I'm sure that this woman did not know the magnitude of what she did for me. To this day, she may not even know. I've tried to find her and I can't, but she decided to connect me with an organization that helps children of color get into prep school. So she did that. She insisted on doing that. And from there, it's like there was a snowball, and I was, redirected into private school. Now, here comes the second stranger whose, act of kindness saved my life. So I was ready to go to boarding school, but unfortunately, there was no money for me to go to boarding school. So all the scholarship funding and all the money that the schools have set aside were all, depleted. So they didn't know. Like, the headmaster was like, "How do we get this young woman into St. Anne's Belfield? She's this incredible young woman." And so he's, I learned the anecdotal story later. He's having dinner with one of his good friends who happens to be a judge in the local Charlottesville community. And he's like, "You know what? There's this amazing young woman. We really want to get her into the school, but we just don't have the funds." And he goes, "My wife and I we'll cover it. We'll pay for it."
What?
So not knowing who I was, not wanting anything in return, just deciding that they would do that. And so that's how my whole life changed. I went to boarding school. I became an emancipated minor so that I didn't have to go back to my aunt's homes. These were very abusive environments, so it was not a safe place for me to go, and the school decided that they didn't feel that it would be safe for me to go back. And so that's like the first chapter of my book, right?